everyone. Today let's going to learn about how we can access an element from an n-dimensional array which was created by numpy module within Python, right? So as part of that, we're going to learn about how to access, and also we're going to learn about how to insert, how to delete, and have to update, right? So let's get into the program. If you look at the program, I just imported the numpy, then created an array. It's just an array starting from number 2 until 32 with elements of 16. uh, so you can see it here, that's how it was created, and then first in the data type as integer to reshape as 4 after 4. It is just to create an dimensional array, but you can do it in any different ways. This is something I created for simplicity of explanation, right? So then if you can see the print of entire data set, and then we're going to see how we can extract. In order to extract certain element, we should be knowing its x comma y location. However, the one tricky thing is it should start with 0. It's not like 1 comma 1, it should be 0 comma 0. So in that way, if you access an element of 2 comma 2, then it goes to a row of 2, which is 0 1 2, and the column of 2 0 1 2, which is 22. So when we run the program with x of 2 comma 2, we were able to get number 22. Then look for how we can update. All the thing updating is accessing, giving the x comma y coordinate and passing the value which you wanted to update. That gives us an update. So once you after update, before update the value of 0 comma 0 is 2, and after update the value of 0 comma 0 became 25, which we enforced to do, right? Then we try to see how we can delete an element, like how we were able to access an element. It's not the same way to delete an element. The way how to delete an element is, the only thing we can do is either we can delete a row, either we can delete a column. That's how we have to do. And so how we know which one to know, which one to pass. So when we say access equal to 0, that's where we let the function OS. We are intending to delete the given list of rows. When you say access equals to 1, then the function, we are telling the function that we are intent to delete the columns 2 comma 3, or whichever the list of columns you have given in the list. Or if there is only one, then obviously you can just give that one alone itself, right? You can do this, right? Yes. So once you post delete the columns 2 comma 3, so if ideally, sorry, is I said to be row 0 1 2, right? So we are deleting 2 comma 3. So after deletion, we can see only the first two rows present: 25 for 6, 8 and 10 for 16 and 14 and 16. After that, how to insert a row. So to insert a row, make sure whenever you're trying to do an inserting of a row, right? If anything a row supposed to be added for these particular data sets, you should be giving them 4 elements to it, right? Because it has 4 columns, so we should be passing all the 4 values for the 4 columns. Then we will be added with the new row into it. For anything you wanted to have it as, you wanted to add it as a column. So when you say x is equal to 1, it's supposed to be column. So when we say column, it has only two rows, right? So when you say you're going to have column, when you have only 2 rows, then you should only be giving them 2 elements itself, right? So let's try this way. If you run this program and see, when you run this program, you could see a value of 0.3 and 0 0. Even though I passed 0.3 and 0 0.0, it added as 0, right? Why would it add as 0? Because we defined it as data type as integer. First, suppose if I define it as a float, and if I rerun the program, everything was being defined as a float, then whatever I have defined as 0.3 is came 0.3 and 0 is came as 0. The other thing is placement, right? You said whether it's supposed to be row or column. to add, but the location, right? We want to add it as after the first row or second or third row. Typically, how it will be working is if you said 1, you are saying the program that you wanted to add a new column, right? So, and you ask to do at place 1. Whenever you say it is place 1, in case of columns, it's going to be as a very first column in place. It's not typically at the second place, right? It's came it as a first place because we made it as 0. Got it the point? 0, because it's just kind of going to the respective location and creating a new one. When you say it as 1, it will be going to the place of 1, and the 2 comma 25 and 10 is going to be a 0, and 4 comma 2 is going to be a number 2. Let's give this thing, you could see it, right? 2.4 and 4 comma 12 right there, right? So in that way, whichever the place you would like to place, for simplicity, let's change it to integer and run the program. You could see the 0 comma 0 added at location of 1 2 after 3, right? When you say it is 2, it's going to be after 2, 0 1, and it's going to be at location s2, right? When you say, however, if you wanted to try with column, we should be giving them, right, 3 comma 4, then it's going to have 4 rows. When you say 0, it's when you say 2 as a location, then ideally there is no location of 2, so we should be seeing an error because there is no location of 2. Let's see whether it's throwing an error or not. Right, so process finished and it's able to provide at location 2, right? However, if you try to give it as 4 and try to run, you'll get an error because there is no, you don't have 3 to determine where 4 is present or not, right? That's how it will be working through, right? Good. We learned today about how we can do access an element, how we can insert, how we can delete, and how we can update an element, right? Right. Thank you.